Okay, so today we're going to talk about how to blow dry and go through and round brush and blow dry and do a nice signature blowout or like a Beyonce blowout when you're working with another person. Because sometimes it becomes more of like a dueling match, so you don't want to be in each other's way. So when I'm blow drying the front of my guest, my associate or my working partner is going to be in the back left quadrant while I'm in the front right. So that's sort of the organization of it. So when we go through, I just want to go through how to do this because it can be a little bit challenging, and I think the biggest thing is to stay organized. So when you go through and you make your partings, I'm going to do a diagonal forward parting on this. But when you go through and do your partings, when you're working even on the back, first of all, make sure you do the back bottom nape really well. Don't take too thick of a sections, and really you want to take about the width, the height, and the width of your brush in each section. So if you have a small brush, your sections are going to be a little bit smaller. If you have a bigger brush, you can do a little bit more. So this is basically how it's going to go. So we've put product in her hair. She's had her hair cut. She's getting ready to be blown out. And so now what we want to do is we want to use, if I'm right-handed, I'm going to put my blow dryer in my right hand and my brush in my left hand. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to blow dry her hair. So one thing I want to do, if she wants volume, I will concentrate on putting that brush in there, right, at the scalp area, but not turning it a whole lot. Because if you look at that, if I turn it, it'll get caught up in there and it'll get tangled and you won't be able to pull it and it's going to hurt her. So if you put it up on the root area, see how I grab that with my pinky, I pull it down, and then I'm just going to come out with that, right? So again, when I pick up the hair, I'm going to use my pinky. Why my pinky? So often I see stylists going in and holding the hair like this. That's not wrong, except look, you only have 2 fingers supporting that blow dryer. And if you drop the blow dryers, it's, chance they could break. So my point is, hang on to the dryer with all your fingers except your pinky, and then you can use your pinky as the dropping finger, right? And oftentimes we can use our pinkies a lot. So try to get in the habit of using your pinky to pick it up. So you'll go through, and I'll just start this blow dry and I'll be able to kind of talk over the video for you, but this is going to be the basic technique. So I'll turn it on, heat, and high. So when we're doing a blow dry like this, we want to make sure to use the brush on the underneath and the blow dryer on the top and use our nozzle, right? And a lot of times we'll talk to the guest as well and make sure that they understand why using the nozzle is really important to use at home on their blow dryer. So we're always trying to educate our guest while we're doing their hairstyle. So you'll see here where the root direction is hugely important. It's about 90 degrees from the head. And in this exercise, I'm stretching the hair, giving it a little bit of tension, and then rolling the ends. And you'll see me use the nozzle on the top and the bottom of the dryer while it's hot. And once I know it's dry, I'll hit it with a cold button like I am here, and I'll cool it off because that'll help set it into the section. So it's on the brush, it was hot, and now I cooled it off so it sets it. And you can see the way right here. The next section I'm going to use, make sure it's the same size as the brush. So I'll pick that up, get it ready, and not to leave any wet hair underneath. And again, I want to lift and give volume to this hairstyle. So I'll be concentrating the nozzle on the brush as well as on the roots to give root direction. And make sure you don't pull your client away. But anyway, so then also you'll see my nozzle is like following the hair and following the brush down. And what that does is it seals the cuticle and makes the hair really shiny when it's blow dried correctly. So what I'm not doing is blow drying all those little bitty hairs up around the brush. I'm trying to keep the nozzle ahead of the brush just a little bit and like blow drying towards my body. So once it starts to get dry, I'm going to roll it up a little bit, make sure the ends are smooth, and then I'm going to heat it on both sides of the round brush. Once it gets hot, then I'm going to change it, put the cold button on, and cool it off. Just like hot rollers might set the hair. If she were to use electric rollers and put hot rollers in and then let it cool, it would come out similar to this. These blow dries are great because the clients love it. They come in and ask for these because they last them 4 or 5 days. So here you'll see I'll blow dry with the brush behind, and then I'll change the direction of the brush and the blow dryer so that I make sure I get all of the areas and really all 4 sides of this section. but we want to have some over direction with it, pulling the roots forward so that we have lots and lots of volume, because she wants a Beyonce blowout. So this is really the key, is concentrating on the roots and the root direction first, smoothing that cuticle out, and then shaping those ends nice and round and getting it really smooth. When I wrap the hair with my pinky, it's really light, by the way. I'm not pulling a lot. I'm not having a lot of tension in order to wrap that hair around the brush. So again, you can see me blow drying the sections on the top and the sections on the bottom. Get it nice and smooth, and then once it's dry and you've rolled it up, you can hit it with the cold button and cool it off, because this way you'll be able to cool it off in the front and the back. Once you get this cooled off, then you'll be able to pull that brush out pretty easily. There, I hit the cold button right there. So then she is going to love her roots. She's going to love her Beyonce blowout. And then there she is. A little bit of wave and a lot of fullness at the root level. Okay, so with this side done, once I'm finished with this, if she's working and she's not quite done with that back left quadrant, we're just going to switch, and I'll go over and start the next part of my side over here, and she can switch over and start at the bottom. Usually I'll go in and finish the crown, or she'll go in and finish the whole top. One of us will finish, because there will be a time when we kind of meet. So anyway, that gives you the basics of a really good blowout. Key here is root direction is everything. So concentrate on root direction. The second thing is, make sure when you take a section of hair that you're not leaving any wet hair behind and blow drying ahead of the wet hair that you left underneath. So making sure it's completely dry is key. So anyway, if you're ready to go and practice this, then head on out, and I'll see you in the next video.